So, good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you. It's 10 o'clock Central European time. So that's time to start. First of all, welcome to the first IMY webinar. Before starting, I would like to give you just a few tips. As you can see from the screen, we encourage the participants to keep the microphone muted. Just in this way, it will be easier to follow the webinar and also the webcam. In the final part, you will also interact with me and with our international speaker. But in the meantime, feel free to send the question and comments in the question answer box at any time. And later we will see together your question. Thank you. So let's start this webinar. This webinar, Erasmus Plus in IMY Experience, will illustrate the benefits in Erasmus Plus mobilities. For our new participants, I will quickly introduce myself and our main activities. I'm Giulia Ucero, and I'm the responsible person for mobility initiatives project at CSCS. We are located in Pistoia, Italy, and Italymobility is a division for CSCS for learning mobility initiatives, especially in the vocational training area. Today, I will moderate and at the same time be the speaker during this event. Okay. I will not be the only one here today. Indeed, we have the pleasure to have our special international speaker from Austria, Charlotte, who take her time to be with us today and share her experience. So Charlotte, can you please also introduce yourself?
So.
Yeah, Charlotte?
Yes, here I am. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, perfect. So okay. if you can just share with us the reason why you applied to be the standing tutor for the mobility group last year.
Okay, well, I worked as a teacher for very long, and then when I retired, I thought I would like to keep in touch with young people and do something useful. And I have always worked with people aged 15 to 19, 20. And I also helped to write a book for trainees in mechanical engineering. So there was always a connection. And then I found this IFA in Austria, International Fachkräfteaustausch, which means skilled people exchange. And they said, yes, why not? Give it a go. First, I was not sure if I'm not too old for the young people, but I always got nice feedbacks. Yes, that's the reason how I came to it.
That's great. Thank you very much, Charlotte. So now we will see a video which we have Mia and Fabian, two learners of Charlotte's group, who gave their IMY testimonial about their stay here in Italy.
It's Mia Brunner.
Fabian Peer.
We are from Austria.
Yeah.
19 years old.
And I'm 70 years old.
Italy is a beautiful place. There are much beautiful things to see, and the people are nice. It was very fine. I worked in the company Fagioli. The people were extremely friendly, and I enjoyed it very much.
I worked in the company Technomechanica, and the people are very, very nice there. They are good to speak English, and they help me very much to work there.
Yes, at the evening we often go out to the city point, and we often visit other places like Florence or Pisa or Montecatini Alto.
My favorite city is Florence because it's a beautiful big city there. You can see all people, a lot of things. You can do everything there.
Yes, caldo is warm and freddo is cold.
I learned lavoro is work, ottimo cibo is good food, and hospitality is hospital.
So in the end, thumbs up for Italymobility.
Yes.
So to sum up, we can see that they stayed here in Italy for 1 month last year, and they reported that they had a great experience and they enjoyed their host companies. Here we have also two pictures. On the left, we can see Mia with her hosting tutor in a wood carpentry. It was a very great, successful experience. While on the right, we have Fabian, who was in a sheet metal carpentry. As you heard, they had a great experience, not only in the workplace placement, but in general. They were very happy about also the cultural experience in Italy. And remember, if you have any question about the video or other topics that we are dealing with, please ask in the direct answer question box, so later I can answer you. Also, I would like to inform you that you can interact us also with the Slido. You also received in the past days my mails in which you have the direct link, but you can also find here in the chat box. I kindly invite you to join our Slido channel. You can also use the QR code or the access code IMY. So you can answer to our question and we will create nice contents together. So the first question was about international mobility, like the meaning. So what does international mobility mean to you? Now let's see together the results. So the most popular word was opportunities. Indeed, these mobilities are a great chance to learners, but not only in the work experience, but also you can see, you said language training, new cultures, no borders, making new friends. So we can observe that mobility is not only about the work placement, but also about the cultural and personal development. Let's see now the second question. So I kindly ask you now to answer to the second question. Which are the most important benefits of international mobilities? So give us your opinion, so your point of view about the benefits. Think about not only the professional skills, but also about the cultural and personal development. While you're answering, let's see together some of the main benefits of these mobilities. I will give you some inputs, but please, in the meantime, express your opinion. So, of course, there is a professional growth during their stay. They improve their working skills, but in particular, they explore different working methods in another country, in a new company, and they work in a multicultural environment with a new team. So they also improve their team working skills. And then there is, at the same time, learners have personal development. Of course, they improve their foreign languages. Maybe they start learning a little bit of Italian, but as most of them is the first time living abroad and without their family, they become more independent. They increase their ability to take on responsibility, going, for example, to the supermarket, or also dealing with the unexpected. For example, think when maybe one day they miss the bus and they have to inform the hosting tutor, or maybe there is a train strike, so they have to find a solution. And so this personal development is also very important. Finally, there is also a social and cultural development. Indeed, living with other international students, they learn not only about the Italian culture, but also about, for example, Spanish, English, Dutch culture, and many others European or international cultures. For this reason, they become more open-minded, which is a great soft skill nowadays. And so now I'm going to give the stage to our international speaker, Charlotte, who can also give her opinion and also share with us her direct experience in Pistoia.
Well, to be honest, you said everything.
Well, you can add your point of view.
As you mentioned, what I really liked was many of them are there for the first time on their own, and they have to form a kind of group, or at least some pairing, to work out where to go, what to buy, how to manage their evening meals. So this was on the personal level. And as you said already, they gain trust in surviving in a foreign work environment. And I think this really gives them a boost when they go back home and they know they can survive in an English or other speaking country. And being back home, they definitely have some advantages over trainees who never went there. Yes, and as I said here, trainees nowadays or apprentices know English quite well, and they should be encouraged to widen their knowledge and to go deeper. And I think this is the best way to make them feel like Europeans, and especially Austria has the tendency of, we are the little island, although we are not an island, as you most probably know. But a lot of students have this threshold to come over it and say, okay, now I try it. But when they do it, they are fine. And you help them a lot.
Yeah, and also here we can also have see other pictures of your incoming group. We have Anna and Celine. They also they had the experience in a bakery company. You went with them to the companies. Which was your impression, Charlotte?
I think it should be part of their training, compulsory, because in the beginning, everybody is shy and saying like, can I manage? And when they see that they can manage, they feel so much better, and they simply grow in that time. And all the people who gave them the jobs, the host companies, they were marvelous. And your company also took me to these places, gave me the chance to meet the host company or the managers or whoever was responsible for them. And I think this was very important too, because I had experienced it differently in other places. So you did a great job, and not only you, but the whole team, Julia.
Yeah, thank you. Indeed, we are an IMY team. It's not only me. We have other members who also help me and support the learners in the other services. Indeed, now we are quickly view our 5 IMY services, the main services that we provide. Because maybe for some of the participants, it's the first time they get to know about Italymobility. So you can have also a better idea of our offer. So the first one and the most important is about the work placement. So after analyzing the learner profiles, we find for him or for her the most suitable host company. And then we prepare all the necessary documents. So for example, the work placement contract, which of course is very important. And then the last day we provide the final certificate, also because it's very important to recognize the learner all the competencies that he acquired during this experience. The other main service is the tutorial and support service. Charlotte was already saying that we support the learners during all the experience. So from the first day with the welcome day, in which we provide the main and necessary information, to the last day with the final event. Even during their stay, we are always in contact with them through monitor activities such as surveys, emails, or sometimes they came by to our office. This assistance is not all about the work placement, but also about the accommodation. So if there is any problems, we are always available to help them. Our accommodation are under the brand of Villa Michelina Youth Hostel, which offer shared kitchen, living room, and bedrooms, and it is also the Wi-Fi connection. As optional service, there is also the Italian language course, which is very useful to learners to start speaking Italian and to communicate with not only with the hosting tutor, but also with the people they meet during the normal Italian life, let's say. So Charlotte, you also followed some of the Italian lessons, and what do you think? Are they useful?
Well, they are definitely useful, and as you said, on the one hand side, the students felt better because they could ask questions, or at least they knew how to look them up. But also the hosting companies, they improved their English and their Italian at the same time. So it was very important to have some basics in Italian. And yes, I think it's very useful, at least in this one exercise where they go out and ask people to take a photo with them, and you did very nice exercises that so they did have to interact with people from the street, so to say. Yeah. Yes, that's very good. And I must also add, as far as accommodations go, there were a few minor things where they were rather disappointed in the beginning, but with the help of
our team, don't worry if you don't remember the exact name.
With this help, everything got sorted out very quickly. And I think this is also nice to know that you have a backup.
Yes, we were very, in very short time, we find the solution. And in this way, everything is fine for the tutor, in this case you, and also for the students. Indeed, and also I was forgetting, we provide the airport transfer. Of course, it's optional from and to Florence Airport, Pisa Airport, and Bologna Airport. Since 2008, IMY has been hosting and supporting in average 250 students per year. Later we will also discuss about a little bit about this special year, which had different challenge for us and also for our partners. But first, let's see the positive the testimonial. So here in the vet stories, which is in a European Commission website, you can find also other testimonial from our previous students. So, for example, you can see that Konrad from Poland said that he acquired new professional skills working in a multicultural environment. But they also say, for example, Kevin and Carlos, they said that they could be able to understand the language quite well. So they started to communicate with people, and it is very, very important. While Lucy from United Kingdom, she said that the cultural differences made her Erasmus Plus experience unique, which is also very, very important. So now let's see your answer. So we can see that, so which are the main benefits of international mobilities? Yes, you also say enhance critical thinking. That's also a great point of view. Becoming more independent. Yes, it's a great also challenge for them. That maybe at the beginning they are quite worried about what is going to be on during the experience. Friendships, very good, because I also interviewed some of our participants, and some of them said that they are still in contact with the friends they made during the experience. Also, Fabian and Mia, they were very happy and they're still in contact, for example. And self-confidence, of course, because when you see that all the challenges you were worried before, after they becoming benefits for them, you acquire, of course, more self-confidence. And what do you think, Charlotte?
Well, I also think on the general level, they widen their horizon. It's not only the critical thinking, but it's opening up for new ideas. It's opening up for new friends. So it's basically this opening up which makes it so important. And the moment they decide for going there, they already say, okay, I try something new for myself. And this is the most impressive part for me.
Yes.
In all the groups, I only had one student who did not manage to adapt, and she went back home. But this was about 10 groups or so, and this was not in Italy.
Okay, but as you said, most of the times everything goes well. So the last day when we organized the final event, they're all very happy about their experience. So also for us, we are also very proud of their internship and also the culture and social development. Yeah.
There's probably one thing I should add. I think it's also part of the success is that it is Pistoia. Pistoia is comparatively small, but you can do things, you can see things, you can go to Pisa, you can go to Florence. So the location is very important as well. And I think this is part of the success program.
Yes, I think that Pistoia is also a great location. I agree with you. Also, because it's not very big as Florence, so it's not crowded, and they can also explore the city in a short time, and then during the free time, the weekend, they can, as Mia and Fabian said, they can visit Pisa or Florence or even another region. So it's also a great interesting point. So now let's go to the last question, direct question for you. So which are now, in your point of view, the most important aspect of international mobility activities? So how do you value the accommodation, work placement, or the cultural exchange? And also, do you believe international mobility should be a must for students at least once in their lives? So please take some minutes to think about this point. I will leave you these minutes, and in the meantime, I will show you also a video in which you can also see Pistoia and a little bit of Tuscany, and also our hosting companies. So then we can also see your ideas And the last part, we will have the question and answer session. So I've seen already a question from you, but please share with us your doubts or curiosity. I will be glad to answer you.
Italy was perfect for me. I love this.
Great. Yeah, I would definitely repeat it again. It was a nice experience.
Erasmus is the best experience I ever had because it gives me the opportunity to practice. We would do it again.
Okay, so as you can see also from the video, we had other IMY testimonial about our experiences, but now let's see your point of view. Okay, so I can see the first answer, cultural exchange and self-development. No, it should be not a must, but I strongly encourage. Yeah, so you also believe that is very important, but maybe it should be an option, but even if it's not a must, give the chance to every learner to choose if they would like to have this international experience or not. Then we have another opinion, even create a European community and bound our peoples. Yes, it's a great idea and point of view. What do you believe, Charlotte?
Well, for me, it should be part of the training, and it should be an offer, but encouraged very strongly that everybody at least once in a lifetime or in a training time should go and do something like it, even if it's not for a month. Some are not brave enough, but I also agree, if you have seen how people grow in that time, you would say it should be part of the training. Let's put it like this.
Okay, great. And yeah, so we see that these experiences are extremely important for the professional and cultural growth. But as I said before, this year we had this unexpected pandemic and situation. So I really hope that all the participants are fine and they are all healthy. But it is also true that we had also to adapt to this situation. That's why let's see the question and answer box now. I've received a question about the virtual mobility, which is an alternative at this time, as we cannot host and organize this kind of mobility in this month, but we all hope that next year or whenever the situation will allow us to start again, and maybe to see Charlotte again in Italy.
I do hope so. I do hope so.
Yes. So about the virtual mobility, I received this question. Do you also have companies which have tasks for students to do their internship in their own country aligned with the company? Because it is now difficult to travel, so to continue internalization, we have to look for other international activities. Well, thank you for your opinion contribution. I agree with you, because now we have to keep on going the internalization aspect, even if without a physical mobility. Now we can travel in this moment, but in the international experience is still important. So this is why we organize this webinar, because for us it's important to keep going, talking about this experience. And secondly, yes, Charlotte?
Julia, one question. In how far do you get hold of the trainers? Because I think they could be the key to the whole program, really. Some of the students said they themselves found out about IFA and the possibility, but the trainers did not know about the possibilities that companies get supported by Erasmus, and that there are these programs. So there might be one way for the future to get hold of the trainers in the companies.
Yeah, so like also to prepare more promotional activities about these opportunities. Maybe the trainees, they don't know about this chance.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, and going back to this question, yes, we have already some host companies of our IMY host companies who are available to host trainees even in a virtual mode. Of course, it's different, and it's not suitable for all the job profiles. That's clear, because, for example, Mia, she worked she had experience in the wood carpentry. It could be impossible in a virtual mode. But there are other profiles, for example, graphic design or interior design, administration, which they can still have this opportunity even in this moment. Of course, we will organize a new webinar in the next month, only to discuss about the virtual mobility and also the blended mobility, because we believe that even if we cannot receive students right now, we have to offer an alternative to our international partner. So yes, we already have some companies, and we hope to organize virtual mobilities in the future. So now, if you have also other questions, you can also raise your hand, so I can give you the stage. Any direct question to me? Maybe something is not clear about our services. You can ask me. Don't be shy. Okay. Any questions? So I can add more information maybe about these experiences. So we have started in 2008. And oh, okay, I see some new question from you. Okay, hi Abel, thank you to join this webinar. Okay, I will immediately give you the chance to discuss with us. Okay, Abel, please ask me any doubts about our webinar and our services.
Yes, hi, hello.
Hi, good morning,
Can
Abel.
you listen me?
Yes.
I think that you can listen me, but no, don't see me. Okay, but well, in any case, I would like to ask you if you can share with us how do you help also in the question of the paperwork. You know perfectly better than us that in this kind of program Erasmus Plus and others, the management of the bureaucracy, the paper is really sometimes not complicated but time consuming. So how do you help with this question?
Yes, so thank you very much for your question. So indeed, our team always support our partners in also this bureaucracy part. So we support them, for example, in the learning agreement. We also support them in the feedback from the host company. So for all the official documents that the European Mobility, the European Commission asked for the Erasmus Plus program, we are there with the host company, asking them to fill in all the papers. And then, as I was saying before, we also prepare a final certificate, which can be very useful for the students for the recognition of the competences that they acquired during this experience. So the professional experience, for example, but also the social experiences and cultural experience. So is it clear my answer, or maybe do you need more information, Abel?
Yes, no, it's really very clear. Thank you for the information. To tell to the others, I have had the opportunity to collaborate many times with Italymobility, and yes, of course, they always help with this question. I just wanted to highlight this question because for me it's very important. Really, Julia and the team always do a great job in this question because believe me, it's really very important, mainly when you are going to close the project. So I can assure you that they were very well in this question.
Okay, thank you very much, Abel. And also, I hope to welcome your students once the situation will be back to normality, or at least will improve. In the meantime, as I was saying, we are preparing, we are launched this virtual mobility offer. So if you have any question about this initiative, or also about our physical, let's say, IMY services, you can whenever write me by email. Here you have my email address. Or also write me in WhatsApp whenever you want. And also, I would like to thank you for all of you for your participation today. Please, in the next days, you will receive a feedback email. So if you can fill the questionnaire, so it will also be useful for us to improve our next webinar, which we hope it will be about virtual mobility. Let's see if we have maybe new question. Oh, thank you, Constantia, to be here. Thank you to everyone. And remember, do not hesitate to contact me for any question. And I can't wait to cooperate with you soon. Thank you. And let's see. Thank you, Magdalena, to join us. And of course, later, this webinar will be uploaded in our Italymobility YouTube channel. So you can also see again, if something is not clear, just write me and I will be glad to help you. Okay, so have a nice day. Thank you to everyone. Bye. Bye, Smith.